Okay, here we are at 121 Evelyn Lane in the big city of Beaufort, North Carolina. And I'm kind of showing the lane that's coming in. This is Evelyn Lane right here. There's a little, well, I'd say cul-de-sac at the end of it here, but it's just a turnaround. But I want to show you, this land is kind of low. But that being said, it looks like this area right up in here is high enough to put something elevated. Actually, that's what I was told, because it feels a little wet in here, okay? But I'm not gonna say soggy, just a little damp. And we've had some rain here lately, okay? So anyway, that's a little higher up over there. And a couple of small little ponds right here. But behind that, I can really tell it's very soggy. I mean, soggy might not be the word, it's wet. Because there is a little canal back here. I was told that an elevated home over here would probably have a nice little view of the creek and part of the sound there. But that would be something to find out on your own there. As I was saying, this over here seems to be very soggy. You can see the marsh grasses, and you even see right here it's kind of wet. But and the property line here, it's really hard to show it, you know, because it's so cut up. But I'll try my best to explain how it is. But if you were looking from that road up there this way, you know, and you'd be looking at it on the MLS sheet 2 on the right is where the little home rescue is for the Outer Banks horses. That's a rescue. I just don't know if you can see that house or not. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, right there, there's several. You might even see that one horse out there. There are several corrals. But that property rises up a little bit over there. It looks high enough for building. Like I talked to some gentleman out here who's with a realty company and a construction company. He said that probably would, and you probably have a good view. But that's a big block, about 4 acres or so right in here. And then it's really marshy, so it'd probably stay is what I think. But then, you know, and these are some of the homes. The mobile homes here, most of them are on brick foundations, okay, as you can see. And as I drive out, I'll show some as we're going across the front up here. But the other property line comes right here, right in here. And I think where that tractor is where it goes across to the left. You know, if you're coming up Evelyn Lane, be looking to the left, and we'll go over here. And this area over in here is something like 10 acres. There's something to do with, and I just now learned this, you know, every county has different rules and regulations. There's 2 accesses, this road, Evelyn, that we just came on, and then there's a little, I don't know what you'd call it, but it might be wide enough, because I did talk to planning about it being the access. But the gentleman I talked to, he said that as long as you keep this section over here 10 acres or more, then you can have any kind of access. I don't understand that, but here we go. And I think that access point is over there between them 2 houses. I could be wrong. Looking on the plat and then being here is a little bit different. But the property goes back over there and then comes back. And there, see those greenhouses? It comes back up this way and over, and then you know the map. But all this here looks pretty high, you know, until you do get further back. The further back you get, I'm saying it gets more wet. And these have been fields before. I can actually see rows in it where they've been farmed. So building over here, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue at all. As you see, I'm already hitting water right here because this is like a little drainage going through the properties right there to the back. But this is it. This is a good little piece of land. It looks like there's plenty of room for building a home somewhere in there, okay? And there's another main road out there which comes up to here, and then we're coming back on Evelyn. But let me go on back to the car. And otherwise, there's really not much you can do unless you come out here with some boots, which you know, I don't have today. I came here in Crocs. So, sorry about that. And I don't really think I'd be trudging through all this anyway, because like I said, right here, it really does begin to get low. And I think that's why they got a couple of ponds over here too, because of that, which is part of this property, you know. I think it's pretty cool. But, and you can tell that it goes down and there's the creek coming in. I just can't see it from here. It's possible I may have access to a drone footage from overhead. If I can get that, then I will do that also. But I'm going to get in the car here and we're just going to ride down the road to get a look at the neighborhood. Let me roll down my windows so I can look out each side when we need to. But there we go. Alrighty. So let me get out of here. And I'll try to show a little bit of the neighborhood as we go. I'll try to drive slow. I might have to stick it out the other side of the car at one time, just so you can get an idea. But yeah. Okay. And I was over here, so let's do that. Let me get it, sorry, a little bit more length on this thing. There we go. So forgive me if I do quick things. So, but this is, we're still on Evelyn Lane, of course. You know, see, it's on a foundation. I'm gonna switch across, and then you got this little home right here. You know, that's a mobile home also, but they've got a nice little foundation on it. So, and thought I would do that. Kwanzaa building over there. Let me go back across, and you see this home here. Now they don't have, they got a vinyl pin foundation around there, so that's a mobile home. This one here, the back room is on 4x4s, but the main home is on a brick foundation, or a brick fascia anyway, on the home, and it's a nice kept yard. Alrighty, some property over here, and then just a house across there. Down that way is the horse rescue. Okay, it's just down there on the left, and you can see that. The back out to the drive is this way. How's it going, buddy? Say what, boss? I don't know hardly anything. Okay. I'm just doing this for somebody who's thinking about buying that property back there. Okay. All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, you have a good day.
Yes, sir. So there's a little home up the front here. This is a block home, a cement block home. Okay, that's what we got there. And there's a gardenia bush. That's a big one. You stand near that, you'll smell sweet all day. This is another mobile home. These are the homes in front of that, what could be a 10-acre tract, to keep the what do you call it, the access point. And I'm not sure where that access point is from here. It'd have to be surveyed out to really know, but I'm just unsure. Think it was maybe back. I've already passed it, but you would really need to get it surveyed to find out. And here's a home, just a regular home. All these have really nice kept yards. Another brick home, and that is still the property back behind these homes right there. And I think the property ends somewhere in this area, you know, or just back there a little bit. I'm really not sure. But on the other side of the road was fields, and then we have this barn, and you can see other homes and a single wide. And here's called the Golden Retreat. It's just a single wide with additions on it and a vinyl underpinning. And next to it is an older home. Okay, with a couple of palm trees we got in there, and then another home. All right, and the property is just back behind there. Scoot to this other side again. We just saw that home, and here's a single wide kind of rusting away. I don't know if it's somebody living in it or just part of this house, but then that home, and there's the highway. And then back to the other side, we've got a single wide and a RV, and that's about the end of this on Golden Farm Road. You know, this can be a busy road, I can tell. Maybe you can see the cars coming. They're coming from that way, and they're coming from that way. So with this one here, I'm going to sign out from Evelyn Road in the big city of Beaufort, North Carolina.